Noam Chomsky's perspective on the notion that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is too complicated to understand. Chomsky's response often delves into several specific points. Intellectual responsibility. Chomsky emphasizes that in democratic societies, citizens have a responsibility to be informed about significant global issues, including the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He argues that using too complicated as an excuse to remain ignorant about the conflict is a form of willful intellectual neglect. Historical context. Chomsky stresses the importance of historical context. He believes that a historical understanding of how the conflict evolved, including the role of colonialism, the establishment of the State of Israel, and the displacement of Palestinians, is essential for grasping the root causes of the conflict. Diverse sources. Chomsky encourages people to seek information from a variety of sources. He contends that relying solely on mainstream media or government narratives can lead to a one-sided view of the conflict. He suggests exploring a wide range of sources, including scholarly work, independent journalism, and Palestinian and Israeli voices to gain a more comprehensive understanding. Complexity versus obfuscation. Chomsky distinguishes between genuine complexity and manufactured complexity. While he acknowledges that the conflict is multifaceted, he also argues that powerful interests often use the perception of complexity as a means of obfuscating the core issues and perpetuating the status quo. This can include arguments that justify continued occupation or the denial of Palestinian rights. Human rights and justice. Chomsky places a strong emphasis on the principles of justice and human rights. He believes that a just resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is possible if international law and human rights are upheld, including the rights of refugees and the right to self-determination for Palestinians. Political manipulation. Chomsky highlights how political interests, both within Israel and the United States, can play a role in shaping public perception of the conflict. He argues that powerful lobbies and interest groups may attempt to stifle criticism and label and critique as anti-Semitic or biased. Peace and diplomacy. Chomsky is a proponent of diplomacy and a negotiated settlement to the conflict. He argues that a just and lasting peace in the region can only be achieved through fair negotiations, adherence to international law, and a respect for the rights and aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians. In summary, Chomsky's response to the assertion that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is too complicated underscores the importance of informed citizenry, historical context, the exploration of diverse sources, the distinction between genuine complexity and obfuscation, and the pursuit of justice and human rights. He encourages individuals to take an active role in understanding the conflict and engaging in discussions that can contribute to a peaceful resolution.